Welcome to Full Moon Blessings. The intention of these full moon updates is to enrich and deepen your understanding of cosmic happenings, to benefit both yourself and your community, and to provide you with insight to support your innate ability to read the significance of the cosmos in both your own life and within the collective. There is a compelling movement toward embodying unity consciousness as part of this greater age of Pisces, and every moon cycle can be viewed as an aspect of ourselves that is wanting to be known and polished, so it can dive ever deeper to drink from and luxuriate in the ocean of love. There may be information in previous posts, while not relevant to the current time, but may provide a greater context of understanding in strengthening your astrological muscles. Please enjoy. This is the full moon blessing for July 10th, 2025. The full moon is in Sagittarius. The new moon on June 25th was in Gemini. This full moon on July 10th is called the Buck Moon. The new moon in Gemini feels like a broom, brushing the old away, making room for something new, something fresh, like the winds of change. There is always a blessing with Gemini if we're willing to let go and welcome the unknown. As the butterfly is associated with Gemini as our smaller birds, when we are willing to surrender to the transformation, we are granted flight, inviting us to the next adventure awaiting us. Interestingly, one of the stars in Gemini, Pollux, is highlighted in this new moon, suggesting much growth potential and insight born of trials. The Buck Moon may also be a buckle up moon, suggesting a bumpy ride this month. The full moon in Sagittarius may beckon us into sparring or philanthropic pursuits. We can use the passion of this sign to engage in arguments, or we can use that energy to contribute to society in ways that highlight our unique gifts. Jupiter governs Sagittarius and represents generosity and benevolence, sometimes getting a bit wild, not heeding the boundaries. The saying, "Fortune favors the bold," feels like an expression on par with the no-holds-barred attitude that Jupiter typifies. There are a couple of other aspects noteworthy for this month to mention. On July 4th, the 249th birthday of the United States of America, Venus and Uranus are conjunct in Taurus. This feels noteworthy as an augur of what is unfolding in the U.S. specifically, even as it is a fully planetary influence. Taurus represents pleasure, appreciation of beauty, indulgence and sensuality, and a preference for nature at its pace, unencumbered by dirty technology and urban ethos. Venus represents a preference for harmony and beauty, and also a desire for justice to ensure or restore harmony. Uranus represents flashes of insight, genius that is unpredictable and erratic, unconventionality, discoveries that challenge norms, a willingness to forge ahead regardless of existing precedent, and above all, unencumbered freedom. Venus governs Taurus as well as Libra, and there is much ease in this connection, but Uranus in Taurus is not the most comfortable shoe. Uranus and Venus seem to have different values. Is there movement toward disclosure of clean energy technology, even if we are not seeing it yet? I may be engaging in wishful thinking, yet I will use that as my birthday wish for this country and for the planet. Free energy technology that allows freedom for all. If the technological advances benefit the preservation of nature, the entire world becomes potentially a utopic society as nature can be restored and basic needs for clean water, food, and warm shelter are obtainable. The other conjunction of mention is a longer lasting one because it occurs between two slow-moving planets. Let's address the elephants in the room, Saturn and Neptune, and they are meeting in the watery and dreamy sign of Pisces. They conjunct on June 29th, but will reconnect in early August and again in February of next year. Saturn represents all of the structure and limits that offer form, and also represents discipline, restriction, strength earned through trials, and the pressure and constraint of time. Neptune is often seen as disillusionment and deception, but it also represents spirituality, softness, and kindness, and incredible beauty. Neptune rules Pisces, and this connection, Neptune and Pisces, is supportive for strengthening this current age of Pisces, helping us to touch into unity consciousness, to know in our hearts what quantum physics is illustrating, very simply put, our deep connection to all life, our ability to positively influence life, and the benefits when we appreciate the gift of life. Saturn in Pisces, by contrast, is not quite like a fish out of water, but it is an awkward placement, perhaps teaching about the discipline needed and the responsibility required to take care of our spiritual selves, our human family, this planet, and all of our relations. As these massive planets conjoin, there is potential to see the ephemeral beauty of a new form, one that allows a deeper honoring of ourselves, of others, to ensure that there is a beautiful future for generations to come. What is the full moon blessing for this month? The full moon in Sagittarius beckons us to aim for the stars, holding to a lofty course, letting the highest good be our goal, our target, to boldly have faith that peace is possible, that peace is just the beginning for our next adventure on this lovely planet. Sagittarius governs the hips and thighs, encouraging us to move. If possible, dance, sing, drum, and enjoy the blessings of the full moon. And if you are interested in a natal chart reading for yourself or a loved one, please contact me through my website, Sublime Medicine and Arts. Thank you. Enjoy your month. Blessings.